3, 2, W.
What's going on? I'm sorry, I'm like bewildered right now by what's happening in chat because like we're discovering a whole new feature on Twitch chat.
Trying to figure it out.
I know, right? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Behind the Streams. I'm As Told by Dylan, and we've got a fun episode for you guys today because we're going to be talking about giveaways. Yay! So giveaways are a huge part of many streams on Twitch. They're a great way to bring in engagement and reward your viewers for watching. But, you know, what goes into running a giveaway? What challenges do both mods and streamers face in handling giveaways? We're going to try to answer all those questions for you today. And I couldn't do that without my fellow host. You know her, you love her, the co-creator behind the streams, and a literal superhero, Adorably Rini. What's up, Rini? How you doing today?
Literal superhero. My cape is, somewhere off over here where you just
Over
can't
there.
see it. It's there though. Hi, I'm Adorably Rini. I am in a lot of things here on Streamer Square, helping out behind the scenes, and also mod quite a few places. Although right now, I've whittled that down to just McLaffy Taffy and Frank the Pegasus, who I just joined the mod team for last month.
I've whittled that down to adding another person on mod.
How does that? Yeah, that's not whittling.
Yeah, well, I did go from like 20 down to 1, down. Well, I guess 20 down to 3, down to 1. Now back to 2, and I guess Streamer Square 2 counts. But I tend to let our amazing mod team do a lot of stuff. Which, speaking of which, you're gonna know our 2 guests very well, especially if you're familiar with Streamer Square, and so. Our first guest up today is someone you've probably seen in all of our chats. If you're a fan of Loco, you've seen him there, and that's ChefHazmat.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Chef? How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How's everybody?
Doing great. Glad to have you, Chef. And we also are joined today, Rini, by someone who thought he was going to have a day off today.
I did.
But we dragged him in here anyway on his day off. What's up, Hunter? How you doing today?
I was talking about this yesterday on stream. I was like, I just did 36 hours of streaming this weekend, and tomorrow I don't have a stream scene. I get the day off. And here I am, willfully, because this is something that
like a hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Rock us like a hurricane?
Yes.
Sorry. It was from the Here I Am thing.
I feel old now.
I think over the course of this weekend, to give you a case in point for like why I'm here on this show today, we gave away 18 copies of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Woo!
There's a lot of giveaways that happen in the channel, so I have at least 3 things to say on the show today.
At least, which is
Thank
good.
you for having me.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this. We've been doing giveaways. I think we are in our 6th or 7th week of giveaways here on Streamer Square, partnered with Elgato. We're super excited about that. As Hunter said, he's been doing tons, like metric tons of giveaways on his channel. And Loco does stuff on hers as well. So we're going to get into the community engagement side of that. And so, Dylan, what do you have for us on this?
Yeah, and also, we are running a giveaway right now.
That's true. We are running a giveaway. We should.
So meta.
It's very meta. So, exclamation point stream in the channel if you want to win an Elgato Stream Deck. I have a Stream Deck Mini of my own. I love it so much. It is really intuitive. It's awesome for streaming and awesome just for PC use as well. If you want to win an Elgato Stream Deck in this channel right now, exclamation point stream right now in chat. Just flood the chat with exclamation point stream if you want to win an Elgato Stream Deck courtesy of the good people at Elgato. So yeah, we want to get into this right now to talk about kind of the why do you run giveaways? And I want to start with Hunter here as someone who runs many giveaways. Do you think giveaways are a better way to like bring in new viewers or really just reward your community itself?
I keep using this phrase and I don't know what it means. It's got a foot in each door.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to navigate when you consider whether or not it's a good time to run a giveaway. If you have infinite funds, you can just run them all the time and you've got potential to bring new people in. You're going to be rewarding the people who are there regularly and consistently and so on. But part of the consideration is with whatever directory I'm in, is putting a giveaway and putting it in your title likely to catch attention and draw a few extra people in, which will bump you up a little bit in the directory, which may make it more visible for more people to bump you up again, and so on and so forth. You kind of like leapfrog a little bit along the way there. And another thing is, and something we'll get to, I'm sure, in depth, is how you're running the giveaways matters for which version of those two, rewarding existing community members or drawing new people in, is actually going to be benefited. Keyword, type a thing in. Easy to do. Anybody can do it. They showed up in your stream just 10 seconds ago. They can do that. If it's something like a point system, that's much better suited to rewarding an existing community, because the people who are watching your stream are accumulating more points and then can, go that route, and it makes people want to stick around longer. Right?
Chef, what about you? From the mod perspective, when giveaways are run, do you or they're promoted, should I say, do you see a lot of new people come in, or is it really something that's just really for those recurring viewers?
I really don't see new people come in. I mean, there's new people that come in, to the chat to begin with, but as for giveaways, it's pretty much the only time that somebody new comes in during a giveaway is if you have it in your stream title.
Yeah.
Like if you put like such and such drops or such and such giveaway, they're going to come in for that. Or as opposed to if you just run it, a giveaway during the stream to begin with, they're not, I'm gonna say you're not going to really get new people. It's going to be, people that's been there a while entering.
Absolutely. What about you, Rennie?
I've seen a little bit of both. One of the things I've found kind of fascinating is with a type of giveaway that kind of rewards existing community members. Like streamers will do things like sticker giveaways for resubs and stuff, and you don't have to sub to get into it or anything, but it triggers the giveaway, and they have that sub goal on their screen, and people tend to sort of associate some sort of number goal on screen equals something good happened afterwards, and so people pop in for that, especially if you have like text on your screen, exclamation point giveaway, to kind of get to that. So that way, if they see your preview on there, if it's not in your title, they'll at least say, oh, hey, there's free stuff here. I should at least lurk.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned sub goals. Hunter, I wanted to throw this at you. Is that something you've used in the past for your own stream, sub goals? Like what type of things have you, if you have, what type of rewards have you used for those to kind of incentivize people to work towards that goal? Is that something that your community sort of gets together for?
Yeah, so I like to double and triple dip on everything. If I can do one thing and have it serve many functions, great. And that's kind of adjacent to, I guess, the point. That wasn't really what I was shooting for. But I like to pile a bunch of things into these launch events that I do, where the streams are really long. So it's a greater propensity to keep more people and draw more people in and be in the directory better, and have a giveaway in the title, and all of that, and add into that things like maybe a tip goal, cheer goal, or sub goal. And I have done sub goals during launch events where I'm giving games away that are triggered by the number of subs that we get on a given day. And the most I ever got out of that was, I think, 800 subs in one day, and gave away 27 copies of the game.
Wow.
Oh, no, it wasn't one day. It was over the course of a weekend.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. But gave away 27 copies of the game because they were tied directly to each other. And it did go a long way toward promoting that. And of course, there was drop off on the far side when the next month turned over. But a good number of those people stuck around and maintained their subscription. So it was of value for that.
Awesome. So Chef, I wanted to ask you, so when these giveaways are run, what are some of the common rules that you and the mods have to sort of, well, and the streamer as well, but sort of establish for these giveaways in terms of gotta be present to win it, or you have to say that you won or say something in chat? Kind of give the people a little bit of a breakdown of kind of what are the common rules in chat for people who are entering giveaways, like the people who are entering right now.
You have to for when we run giveaways, you have to be here in chat, reply within 2 minutes. Say, like, just type something in chat. Just type something random in chat and reply. And if you don't reply, then we'll re-roll. But you can't come back and say, oh, I, changed my name during the stream, or something happened, and that you pretty much have to be here in order to win. And then from there, we'll whisper you the game code, or whisper you to get your info, and from there, they're good.
Yeah, and what's a good length or the time to run a giveaway? Is it something that typically will run through the whole stream, or if you're running multiple giveaways, obviously, what's about a good length of time to run a giveaway?
Really depends on what we're giving away and if there's any interest to it, because typically we run it in local channel. We run giveaways for 10 minutes. And then it also depends on if one of us forgets that it's running.
It keeps going.
That's happened. Yes,
but I'm gonna say, if there's interest in it, and if it's a big, AAA game, we run it for about 10 to 15 minutes, so it can build up, and more people can get a chance to win.
Is there any benefit, you all, to running a giveaway longer?
Just really more entries. That's all it is. Like, if there's like I was saying previously, is like, if it's in the title, then you run it longer to try to get more people into the stream that potentially is going to be a concurrent viewer after the giveaways over with. Yeah. So I'm gonna say you run it for an extended length of time than what you normally do to get those people in.
Yeah, and I think for like bigger prizes too, like when we're doing the stuff with Elgato, like we'd want to have that be something that's the whole stream, to give everyone an opportunity, whether you were there for the first 5 minutes or you only came in for like the outros and like got in that last minute entry. Like, we want to make sure everyone has those opportunities to do that.
We really want to balance that out.
Yeah. Whereas game codes, like, you can do things like we did one recently with Taffy, where it wasn't even games he was playing. He just had a huge collection of extra game codes that were really good games, but we're just like, we haven't had cause to give away anything, so let's just do one whole morning stream, just rapid fire giveaways. And it was basically that, just
we had that happen, right, Chef?
Oh, yeah.
We've done that plenty. I've done that plenty of times on logos, like five to six giveaways in a row, like every 10, like one ends, one begins, one ends, one begins.
Oh, yeah.
Just rapid fire.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like a really big long list of giveaways. Like sometimes you just do a marathon of giveaways because you want to clean this list up a little bit, to just give it all away.
And then even if you run the rapid fire, the list is like still 300 games in the list. I'm like, looking at this, I'm like, we just gave away 50 games. How is there still 300 games?
Yeah, and I will say for these things, like when we did our rapid fire, it was like every 5 minutes we were pulling it. We used the bot for it. I was manning the bot and the keywords. And then one of my co-mods, Apocalyptic, he was the one actually contacting the winners. And so that tag team mod thing helped a lot. And then he would cross off, this key was given away to so-and-so. And so that way we could actually track it, because we have had issues before where like mods would give away keys and not say that it was given away. And then all of a sudden have a dead key. And it's like, oops, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Yeah, and I was gonna ask, actually, like a segue there. Like, anyone have any horror stories of giveaways gone wrong? Whether the code didn't work or something with the giveaway process went awry. Hunter?
Oh yeah. All right. This one's on me. This is definitely a me problem.
Oh no.
But somebody else initiated this. So part of and we'll talk about this later, part of the system that I use now is meant to counteract this because of the experience that I had, which was that somebody changed their Discord name to match somebody who had won in chat, which is easy enough to do. But they also went into graphic design and made a logo based on that person's name. And it was just a basic thing, but I saw it and I was like, that's legit. This clearly, like, there's no question. I wasn't even thinking about this. It was just, that's the person. I gave them the code. And then I got a message like the next day or something from some name I'd never heard of before. It was like, hey, I won the giveaway yesterday. Just still waiting to get the game. And I went off on him. I was like, how dare you try and scam me out of, you scumbag. And then he contacted the manager for the stream, was like, I don't know what I did. I won the giveaway and I just tried to, I thought I was following the rules.
Wow.
I felt so terrible.
Oh,
But I ended up giving the game to the wrong person and completely called out the right person who should have gotten the game, completely called them out privately. I felt miserable, but that's as far as I go with that one.
Oh, good Lord. Chef, any horror stories from a mod perspective?
just the only horror stories is that the code not working. I would say we would give the code away and it not working, like it'd be a dead code, and then give them, because when there's a dead code, I give them like 5 options to choose from, like pick 5 different games off the list, as we have that many games, 5 games off the list to choose from, and then I would send them that code, and that code would also be dead or would be region locked.
Oh, region locking.
Oh,
No,
region
region locking.
yeah.
Carly mentioned that in chat. Region locking is the bane
Oh, yeah.
existence of giveaways.
It is a pain in the butt, because you would have a AAA game and the game would be regionalized to into the EU, yet the winners in the US. So it was either you couldn't win it or you had to get a copy of the game. US, like get a US model or something to get a copy of the game to give to them.
Yep.
That's crazy. And what if it's like a big game though? Like what if it's like a big prize, a big game, a newly released game that was like a $60 purchase? Like what if that code doesn't work? Because a lot of those times it's like the smaller games on the humble list or whatever that may not work. But what do you do when like a big prize doesn't work?
Cry a lot.
I would say you go off stream and you cry and cuss out the wall and but no, in reality you pretty much find some way somehow to make it right, because they legit won the game. So it's pretty much, my understanding is that they get something, either way, because they legit won. Now
I would say to Rini, like, have you ever seen someone give like a pushback to something like, well, I won, this is the game I wanted to win, and now you're giving me a list of some other crap I don't want that. I want this game.
I haven't seen that. I know what I would personally do in that situation is, like, if it is a huge AAA title, I would try contacting the dev team at all, or even if it's a Steam game, be like, hey, Steam community management, this code that we bought from you that was legit isn't working. It's borked. Can you help us? Because like we're giving this to our community members. They were hyped. Here's clips from it. They're excited. Help. You're probably still going to lose money out of this. We did have someone who made the choice to enter a giveaway, change their Twitch username in the middle of the giveaway, re-entered the giveaway, which I found out later. And then when their original username won, tried to claim it, even though we had re-rolled. Things to prevent that: one, don't change your username in the middle of a giveaway. Like, it's bad enough if you have to
your username.
If you have to get up to go to the bathroom and you miss it. I've missed giveaway rewards for going to the bathroom.
Yep.
This is why mobile phones exist, and there's a Twitch app on your phone. Take the giveaway with you. If you have to go to bed, tell a mod that you went to bed. Just like, hey, I entered, but I'm going to bed. Most mods will try to remember that, or if they've got FFC installed, they can click on your name, see one of your last messages. Oh, hey, I went to bed. And that helps.
It's true.
And then also, as a mod or streamer, make sure the entirety of the giveaway is on your VOD. If it goes on past when you would normally end, keep that video rolling with just like that ending screen, because you want it to save Twitch chat in the VOD. We were able to use that to see that not only did we call this person's name 7 times, but they didn't respond at all until the third winner was chosen because we had that many people just drop out and not show up. So there are ways to investigate this stuff. It's weird that you have to go to these kind of links to find a winner for a prize.
Don't you want your free stuff?
Yeah.
Then on top of that is that we have ways to get chat logs. We have Chatty, or we have the mod tools within Twitch to go back and look at your chat history to make sure, if you actually entered, and then even in the body, it has a list of the names that have entered. So there you go.
And it's one of those things, like, they showed me their emails from Twitch saying, hey, I changed my username. Had we not picked a new winner, we could have maybe, gone with that original person, but we had already picked a new winner by that. We had picked 3 winners by that time and finally found someone. So, we weren't going to be like, oh, hey, you know how you won this? Well, they finally showed up. Like, no, if you missed your chance, you missed your chance. Like,
I've got another horror story.
Oh, go for it.
Yes, I want to hear this.
Oh, nice.
Many times over, I have had various accounts locked because I made too many purchases, and it totally looks fraudulent. I mean, I absolutely admit that, right? Because I'm trying to give away, I'm doing the 12-hour streams. I'm not doing all the giveaways at the end of those streams. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
So at the end of my marathons, I have this big pile I have to go through. And I've had my Amazon account locked, I think 4 times in one day. I've gotten locked out of Green Man Gaming, Humble Bundle for trying to purchase a bunch of stuff. It absolutely looks fraudulent. And then, unfortunately, there's no workaround for that, because it's usually one place that I can actually get the giveaway to fulfill it. And all these people are waiting, and I'm just stuck with nothing. And I can't do anything about it. It's happened so many times.
Like, why is this person trying to buy 20 copies of Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, admittedly, I get it. I totally get it.
Totally understand it.
It would make sense for Green Man Gaming, Humble Bundle, and Steam to have liaisons for streamers who do giveaways. So you can be like, hey, I'm someone who's doing this. I'm gifting this stuff. And so they can actually contact customer support just for gifting. I mean, I know I've recently, with Fall Guys coming out, any of my friends that have Fall Guys and I see them stream it, I'm just like, here are some skins. And so I bought the same skins 6 times.
Wow, absolutely. And before we get into the tools of how to run mods, Jeff, I wanted to throw this at you. You mentioned this before about the list of codes and all that. So for those of you who are maybe in chat who might want to start running your own giveaways and all that, talk a little bit about how you organize these giveaways, right? Where you put all the codes, keep names and logs and all that.
Google Spreadsheets is your friend.
Yep.
Because it is easily accessible. If you have multiple mods, it is easily accessible to all of them. And it pretty much makes it well organized. Because what we do is that we get the codes, the community sends us the codes, and we just paste them into the spreadsheet. And then later on, a mod, when we run a giveaway, there's right there in black and white where a mod can grab what game it's for, grab the code, grab who gave the code, and put the game name and who gave the code, and to the bot, and then run the giveaway, and then they can copy and paste the code for the game inside of a Whisper, and then we take that information, put it on a second spreadsheet of old codes. And then, so we know, this has been ran. This shouldn't be ran again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the nice thing with doing all of the codes on spreadsheets is once you start having all of these claim codes, you don't have to have this super long document. You can hide them, and that way they still don't lose it. So that way, if there's ever a dispute months from now, you can still go back and find it. But I love being able to hide rows and columns and stuff on spreadsheets. It's my data's here, but I don't have to see it.
And when we ran giveaways every day, we was cleaning up the list every other month, because it would get into the hundreds.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it definitely can be one of those things you can have different tabs of okay, here's everything that we gave away. Here's our master sheet, and then here's what we give away. And then once it's off the master, you just kind of cross that. But formatting stuff, it's fun.
Yep.
If you know spreadsheets, you should be a mod.
Fun for other
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely. So let's get into Rini, the tools for managing a giveaway. There's a lot of options at the disposal of mods and streamers, correct?
Yeah. So one of the easiest way to do a giveaway is to have it run through your chatbot. You can, I think every chatbot that I've seen that does any kind of moderation stuff has a way to do giveaways. And there's different types. The most popular are going to be keyword giveaway, raffles using tickets, or just a random winner. And so with the keyword, you set it up. You can generally choose whether or not it's going to have, like, you can choose whether you want to have an exclamation point in front of it or not, because that tends to be like running for bots. Like we have ours exclamation point stream. That way it's not just someone accidentally entering because they happen to say the magic word of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that would
Especially
be
if you make it common words. If it says stream or game.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this stream.
Yeah.
It would be kind
A
of
good
cool
game for you to
because-
stream.
Yeah. Like, I don't know whoever, this is going to date me, but like watching Pee-wee's Magic Funhouse where you have like the word of the day, and whoever says the word first, everything goes off. Like you can build that into your chat bots and stuff and make that happen.
That's a great idea.
It would be kind of fun. Be like, if you can guess the key word, you get the special prize.
Honestly, we got that in local channel. You know, big secret here. We get on local channel. Nobody's hit it yet, and it frees a certain thing that local hates.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay. Good
Yeah.
to know.
There's also things that are nice with the keyword giveaways. They are what we love to say as case insensitive. They don't care about the cases. And you really should pick words that are unique and whatnot, so that way chat bots, like other bots, the bad bots, don't come in and enter your giveaways, because they will. There are people out there who just have built things to just go into anything that says giveaway in the title. Then they'll go and enter it because they can kind of figure out what it is. So they have an exclamation point giveaway for the info, but don't have that be your entry.
That is why we have the exclamation point preferred, for local, it's exclamation point tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And the exclamation point prevents the bots from, entering, because for some reason the bots can't, do symbols.
Nice.
It prevents the bots from doing symbols. So
yeah, and the nice thing about the raffle with tickets is you can have them use you can have them use loyalty points, which a lot of the bots already have built in. Although I know a lot of people are turning those off now because of channel points. So if you have them turned off, what you can do is just for that day of the giveaway, turn them back on just for that. Then set a low barrier for entry, like say you earn 300 points per hour, set your entry to be 300 points. That way someone has to just at least be in your stream for a little bit, be in the community, and then can enter. Random ones are fun because I've done these just, I don't know, out of boredom, not even for giveaways, but we just had a exclamation point winner, and it was a mod only command, and it would just randomly choose someone from chat, and that person was the winner. So I made the bot say, a winner, or congratulations, a winner is you.
A winner is you.
Winner is you. I was going to ask before. I was going to ask though, is there a preference as to, or is there a reason why you would want to do it randomly versus doing the keyword? Like what?
Yes.
Why would you want to do that, Hunter?
Oh,
Sorry,
just answered for her.
I would, we don't do it. I mean, so with the Stream Square giveaways, I make them to where they're related to what we're giving away.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
so,
right, sure.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I do it for her. But with locos, we do it, the same keyword. But I can see, changing it up so the bot doesn't, like, say if we didn't do the exclamation point and you just did a word, changing it up so the bot doesn't catch on. Because if you use the same word, if you use the same word, the bot's going to be like, oh, they're running a giveaway, so type this.
Yeah. So the one thing that I'm a huge fan of that can utilize the pick a random winner is if you have a point system, which love the point system. The more you watch, you're an active chatter, you get the points, you use it for whatever. Picking a random person out of the chat to whom you will give bonus points
Mhm.
is just its own nice little flair, especially the more you can automate it. So if like every hour a random person or a random 10 people will get selected and the bot will just do that work for you. It's like, hey, you won, and here's your bonus points. Now you can enter more giveaways in the future or get whatever other stuff Hunter's using points for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's one good one. That there are others that you may want to do that's just like extra flair things.
Like
But otherwise you
random
probably want to be
VIP
targeted.
for a day or something.
Sure, yeah.
Well, good one.
It'd be nice. Like we can't do it yet because the API for channel points doesn't really exist. But being able to actually gift channel points in the future, if that ever becomes a thing, that could be a great one for random. Just like, oh hey, your name randomly came up, whether or not you're lurking or not, you still get these extra points. It's having a keyword one or a raffle is better because there's the intention, knowing that person wanted to win, because there are limitations. Like maybe for sticker giveaways, you don't want to give out your personal mailing address to the streamer. That's totally okay. Or maybe they're doing a game for PlayStation 4 and you just don't have it. So don't enter for don't enter for games that you don't have the system for.
Huge pro tip.
Oh, we've had that happen.
I can't tell you how often.
It's like they see a giveaway going, don't care what it's for, don't even read what it's for.
Just enter it anyway.
And still enter. Yeah.
Well,
It's like it's regionalized to an area that you don't live in. So we're gonna have to re-roll.
Also, yeah.
The fun thing, like I have some of my various stickers that I've won from different streams.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I stopped entering some of them just because I have a bunch.
You have so many stickers now.
Yeah, they're on my walls and like whatnot. Like I don't actually stick them. I use tape to stick them because I'm one of those sticker people. But we have people who enter these giveaways. Like Frank does sticker giveaways for all of her sub rewards. People will enter it, and it's always a sticker giveaway. Like very, very, very rarely is it anything else. Like maybe once or twice a year is it something else. And they're just like, yay, I won. What did I win? I'm like, you want a sticker?
Yep.
Like, that's, or even when the thing is like exclamation point stick me is what you use to enter some of these things. And it's like, stick me, like sticker, like they're related, or game me, or granted, when we do things like gay me, you didn't win a gay because we can't give away gays because that's not a thing you can do. But like typically a lot of streamers have the entries
just for clarity
related. Yeah, just clarity. You know, we're all going to get into some legal things, and you know, giving away people, not really recommended or legal.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me cancel that giveaway for tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry, Wes, you stay in your cage.
Wow.
But some things to notice with the bot stuff is even though you can have like lots of mods accessing your bot's dashboard, which having bots that have, you know, cloud dashboards, great for giveaways. Otherwise, you're running them on your own computer, and that means the streamer has to run them, which means the streamer has to remember. But
and that's
typically, typically only one person can be running the giveaway. They can't leave that window. I've done that before, where I've started a giveaway on Nightbot, and then I changed that tab to something else. I'm like, oh, that whole giveaway just basically disappeared.
Oh gosh!
Everyone has to re-enter. And there are things with like adding increased luck for followers and subscribers. Some of that I'm finding out is gray area. One thing I do want to say though, for like, if you have a bot that like has it on a timer and like after this one it's like, okay, the giveaway is done, and it automatically says that. I'm going to spam the chat with what we use to announce the giveaways, which are I have to actually hit paste drum rolls. And we have a drum roll command in Frank's community as well. So if you did exclamation point drum roll, it would spam the emotes as well. And that signal allows Frank to know, hey, my giveaway is done. I should maybe pay attention to this.
For local, I like when I run one, like 5 minutes out, I yell in chat, 5 minutes left in the raffle, then 2 minute warning. and then raffle closing soon, and then raffle closed.
Yes.
Let people know that, that it's happening. And
That
speaking of which, as we continue this conversation, I just want to remind everyone, if you're just coming in, we are currently running a giveaway. Exclamation point stream in chat. We are giving away an Elgato Stream Deck. If you want to win an Elgato Stream Deck, exclamation point stream in the chat. But also there are other ways, Rini, to run giveaways besides bots.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it on a bot. You don't even have to do it just local to your own stream. A big one that is used on Twitch a lot is gleam.io. It allows you to have a longer period. We have one running currently on our Twitter. I'm sure one of our mods will find the link to that tweet and post it here in the next 2 minutes. And essentially it allows you to engage more with your channels. You can have it so if you're a Twitch follower, if you're a Twitter follower, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you get extra bonus points if you're a sub. You can have them just visit a website. And so this is great. And you can have multiple people involved in this. So if you have a stream team, and so it's really nice, but you do have to have one central account to run this. So that you do need a manager to run this. There's also things like if you're doing it mostly on a website, I've used Rafflecopter a lot. And that's a great one for blogs and whatnot, because it's sort of does a random number generator to pick the winner. Mm-hmm. So you just enter your name and enter in through it. And it's so easy. As you can see on the screen too, we have got examples of Gleam. And it's so easy because you have that little +1. And it's great because then at the top, it's you have this many days, you've entered this many times, and there's this many people entering. So I know my odds. Mm-hmm. And half the time it's I know my odds and they're terrible, but I'm still going for it. And you can set it up so you can have additional entries per day, which I think is cool. There's so many things you can do with Gleam. But Rafflecopter is a good one for websites. There's apparently one for Facebook called ShortStack. I don't know much about it, but you can do things like submitting photos, liking photos, commenting, and stuff like that.
It's pretty much like Gleam, but for Facebook.
Nice, good.
Would you say that you would prefer, for something like Gleam, this is for the big giveaways, right? Not for just a random code or anything this is something you would use for the big stuff, if maybe you're giving away a console.
Yeah, they're good for especially because you want to have engagement, and Gleam really helps as a tool to also build up your follower list and whatnot. So if you're doing this, make sure this is I am ready to increase my community and reward them this way. And I would be careful with some things. I notice a lot of Instagram giveaways where it's repost this and tag 3 friends. I'm I don't want to tag 3 friends.
Yeah.
Because this is just me entering. If it's good for a friend to know, that's great. But be careful if you're having that whole involving someone else, because there's issues of consent when it comes to just spamming people like that, and it's not okay.
Yeah, I've had friends in the past, but don't tag me in these.
Yeah.
Because it's always tag the person you want to, to win this prize with. It's they don't win the prize themselves. There's only one prize.
Yeah. If it's a prize that is going to be, there's 2 prizes where you win one and a friend wins one, then tag them. That makes sense. If you're sharing the prize, if we did one where it's oh, hey, you get to win an Elgato Stream Deck and your friend that you tag wins the mini. We could do that.
Cute.
We could tag it. Yeah. Little buddy system. But you could also do things where I've been tempted to do it, instead of tagging my friends, tagging my alternate accounts. And therefore I would win both. And that's don't enter with alternate accounts. Try not to cheat. There's Discord bots have a lot of good ways of running things. The last big thing for how to manage it, I'll wrap this up nice and tightly. Google Forms for prize claiming, especially if you need to get physical addresses from people. Have a Google form, have it go in there, have that form responses be streamer only, unless everyone is okay with the mods seeing that. And that's a good way. And then I know what Frank and Alchemy do with their sticker giveaways is after they've mailed things out and it has mailed out, they wait 1 week just to see if anything gets returned to them. And then they delete all of the addresses. So if you are getting personal information from people, delete it. Don't save it. Especially on public things. if you can get them over Discord, because Discord messages can be deleted, try to do it over that way. But now that we've talked a lot about like how do you run a giveaway, I think Dylan's got some good suggestions or conversation starters for, okay, we know why we're running it, we know how we're running it. What the heck are we giving away?
Yeah, what are we giving away? And we're giving away stream decks, games, whatever. So Hunter, I want to start with you. Let's talk a little bit about like how do you budget for the giveaways, right? Because sometimes these things come out of your own pocket that you're going to be giving away.
Yeah, it certainly can. I mean, it's, ultimately you want this to work really fluidly and in your favor. Whatever you're spending is bringing more people in who will subscribe and cheer and whatever. It does not always work that way. And sometimes you're spending first and hoping for the outcome after, as opposed to having gotten revenue first and then rewarding the community for having gotten you there.
Yes.
It's great when it works that way, but sometimes you have to take that initiative and make that initial step on your own where it's coming out of your pocket, for sure. Not everybody's going to be capable of doing that or willing to do that.
Especially for new games, right? Like for a brand new game, it's still $60. Like
for 70.
Yeah, exactly. What about, I mean, for you, I mean, have you gotten sponsored opportunities like for a game that came out and then it's like, hey, that development team or that company also gave you codes? How do you work within that?
Yeah, sometimes. What do you mean? How do you work within it?
Like, so if you get codes for that game, that's just another, is there a preference for how to run those giveaways, or when you run those giveaways, is there any differences there besides just the humble bundle type stuff?
Yeah, I mean, typically, presumably, you're going to be doing that during the sponsored event.
Yeah.
And, it'd be a bit weird and a bit wasteful to give those away next week.
Yeah.
When your sponsored op is already done and concluded and you've already given them the postmortem and everything, and then you give. But yeah, so during the course of that sponsored thing, and it adds there's a lot of value in that, which is one of the reasons why. And I understand on the other side why it's a little different, but one of the reasons why I try to push for getting codes for sponsored ops, because it helps to, I've noticed in conversation, been able to suss this out, that it helps to generate more excitement for the game when people feel like they have the potential to win a copy, even if they weren't necessarily interested before. Now the game is on their radar. They were watching you. They're like, yeah, maybe this looks okay. But then there's like that little dangle of a prize there. And I know this works for me that way. There's that little dangle of a prize, and it's like, I kind of really do want this game. And of course, the vast majority of people aren't going to win because you only have so many codes. It gets people more inclined to actually buy the game as well. So that ends up working in the favor of the sponsorships.
Yeah. And I was going to ask too, is there an added incentive to give away the thing you're playing versus just giving away random things? Like giving away things that are related to your stream.
Yeah, and the big one there, which is relatively evident, is putting it in the title. People who are going to the directory for that specific game, they're clearly interested in watching it. Many of them are interested in finding out whether or not they want to play it, whether or not they want to pick it up. Those are people that, iffy word, but that you're targeting with the terminology that you're putting in your title, and they're suddenly interested in getting the game that they came to watch in the first place and haven't picked up yet. And you can't do that if it's the inverse. If you're giving away games that have nothing to do with the game that you're playing, that's mostly going to be for rewarding people who are already community members, which is great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have that same impact of drawing in new people, which you get in that particular combo of giving away what you're streaming.
Absolutely. Rini, for the various streams you've modded for, are there appropriate giveaways for certain channels based on like the style and the culture of the channel? Like you mentioned earlier that Frank does like stickers.
Yeah.
But do giveaways differ between like what is appropriate for your stream?
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on like what styles of games you play too, because sometimes game giveaways are super appropriate for Frank. Like I love the stickers. I will have them forever, but it's also really nice to go in there. She plays a lot of comfy cozy games. So when Sims packs come out it's really cool to be a part of that, where it's like, I'm going to give away 5 sim packs today. And the Sims community is huge, and that's a great way to kind of get involved. So like knowing what your community loves, and if there are DLCs, you can kind of go the DLC route for things instead of always doing big tier games.
Yeah.
I love going to Hunter streams just to watch, just because knowing that he'll do those big game giveaways, like I'll still enter some of those just because I'm like, I'm interested in the game, but I don't really have the budget for it. But I know Hunter's going to be playing it and giving it away throughout the weekend. That's where I'm going to spend my time lurking and like hanging out to try to get those giveaways.
I'm very reliable in this regard.
So it's one of those things of like, yeah, sometimes it is. And I've found actually, as an affiliate streamer myself and my friends who are affiliates, doing these sticker giveaways are surprisingly like really well received. People love stickers. Like there's some people who absolutely hate them, but like people like stickers and they're not hard to do. You're gonna have to like put them in an envelope and mail them. That's one thing, but it's not that hard to do.
Yeah, people love getting stuff from the streamers that they watch. And if it's a t-shirt, even if it's like t-shirt or a signed pair of socks in Loco's case.
Yeah.
It wasn't a used pair of socks. It was one that it was like, you go to Amazon, pick a pair of socks, she signs it, and there you go, sends it on.
There's a lot of cool things you can do. Like, I know for me, like these are all different things that I've designed myself. They're based off of my own emotes. I just had to make sure the size was better. So if you have an emote artist who is doing your emotes in vectors, they can set you up with the right format to have stickers. I get these on sale from Sticker Mule for their discounts. A set of 20 stickers I think it's like $9 for a set of 10 to 12. They always throw in a few extra because they never perfectly count them.
It's a good deal.
I get all like a stack of 50 of these for 20. And this one is like, it's holographic.
Ooh.
And I got them on sale. So you can do really cool things and get them. And so
I got this idea of getting a roll of stickers. There's a QR code for the YouTube video for Never Going to Give You Up, and just send them to people.
You should, because you can actually do that too. Like there are companies that all they do is produce materials for brand loyalty stuff, like in giveaways and swag, essentially. That's all we do is swag stuff. And so you can find all sorts of things to put your brand on, including like mugs and beer koozies and all this weird stuff. So you can find that and find really good rates. Like you can get lanyards made, which would be great to like, hey, people are going to Twitch and they don't make our TwitchCon or some other convention, like when the after time happens and we can go back and see each other.
The after time.
Like having those is great. Having pins, the badge flares, as Taffy calls them, pig loose, stabby flare stuff. Those are super, super popular too. They're more expensive. Don't mail those. Keep those for in-person things because they get expensive to mail.
Like conventions and things like that.
Yeah. So like it's good to have those kind of rewards for that.
Would you say that like physical rewards like merchandise and stickers, things like that, are more tantalizing for people than the digital rewards?
Depends on the game, I guess. I like
I'm not
both
sure.
because I like getting mail. I want to get stuff from people.
Like getting things,
Yeah, I like getting things. And other thing you can do is get cute stationery from Target in the dollar section. And that way when you're sending out things, they have cute little stuff. Hunter, that's your envelope, actually.
Yeah, I would say people like getting, the stuff in the mail or, UPS. And pretty much if it's a gift card, not a gift card, if it's a postcard, people actually, put that in a frame and put it on their desk or hang on the wall.
Yeah, I've got all of my cards from streamers and whatnot, like taped up here that I can see because it's like, it makes me feel special that they took the time to just write a few sentences for me. And so it's not hard to do. Postcards are easy to design, and you can actually print those yourself if you have like cardstock and a printer.
It's probably true.
Yeah. Which I was curious, Hunter, how often or do you ever give away your artwork? Because I know you do creative stuff on your streams too.
I have it rolled into Patreon. So I have given away some artworks during a charity fundraiser and a personal fundraiser. But it's, I mean, out of the whatever 11,000 hours I've streamed, it's exceptionally rare because it's only been a handful of times.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a reminder again, we are running a giveaway right now in chat for an Elgato Stream Deck, !stream in chat if you want to win an Elgato Stream Deck. And we're talking about the digital stuff, Chef. Humble Bundle. You and I, we know it. We love it. We love all the Humble Bundles. Talk a little bit about like organizing all this, because when you get an influx of codes from viewers, from the streamer themselves, do you prioritize like what are the big games versus the little games when you're kind of running giveaways as a mod?
When we get a big bundle of codes, it's just pretty much you just take the codes, put on the list, and then you look through the list and you highlight in Google, because Google spreadsheet has a way where you can highlight rows, and we just highlight those like AAA, AA games, and prioritize. Like, we don't prioritize them. We just like if we're doing like shooting off the random like rapid fire giveaways, we pretty much put them in the middle. Where it's like, here's like some game that nobody really wants. Here's another game somebody wants. Oh, here's a AAA game. Like making sure like it makes chat pay attention to what's going on. Like keeps them going.
Yeah. Which I'm curious if any of you guys have ever taken some of those, like, because Humble Bundle has a lot of great things, but they also throw a lot of stuff in there that's just like roll the dice chance. You never know what you're going to get mixed bag. Mm-hmm. Do you ever take some of those smaller indie games and be like, this person's going to win 5 random indie games just to get rid of them?
We do that for St. June month.
Oh, nice.
It's like, because with Logo, we have it where, she can spin a wheel and like you win on Battleship, you get a game bundle. And those are the games that we put in the bundle. The random like $1, $2 games on Steam. That's what we put in the bundles.
Nice.
I feel like we could do a whole show just talking about how to run those kind of St. Jude giveaways, because it's a whole to do. We are here on the back end of this show, so we got to talk about the legal side of giveaways, Rini. I mean, this is all the fun stuff. We talked about the how do you run giveaways, why do you run giveaways, what to give away, but there are some legal ramifications and things you have to consider when you're running giveaways, correct?
Yeah. One of the big things, the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, they are the ones who like make all the rules for this stuff as far as things that happen in the United States. So just as streamers have to disclose that, hey, I am receiving either money or product or some sort of benefit from a brand to promote them, to talk about them, to reference them, you have to do the same thing with giveaways. You don't necessarily have to use #ad or #sponsored. That language is determined by your contract with them or whatever agreement you decide on, which having a signed contract is the way to go. It helps.
Yep.
It helps a lot because then you kind of know, okay, which one of the nice things, our lovely giveaway tonight is provided by Elgato. So I can use that language. Prizes provided by Elgato in partnership with Elgato. And that kind of covers our legal basis of saying, Streamer Square ourselves did not purchase this prize for you. We are not actually sending it to you. This stuff is coming actually from Elgato, and they are giving it to you, which I will say as an individual, when it comes to bigger prizes like that, it's kind of nice to have it come from somewhere else. If you're going to do consoles, just order it on Amazon and have it shipped to, or not necessarily Amazon, just because they're our parent company here for Twitch, but order it from wherever you're going to order it and have it sent out. The less it's in your hands, the better. That's not a legal thing. That's just a personal suggestion. There are some weird things, though, when it comes to giveaways, as far as like how you define them.
Mm-hmm.
when a prize is offered and a winner is chosen by chance or by random, that is called a sweepstake. Mm-hmm. So these sweepstakes have very specific laws for them. And you have to really be careful that contests are when your prize or the winner is chosen by merit. So those you can actually like have a little more leeway as far as like you actually get to choose who wins based on whatever stipulations you have for that. Like maybe it's someone drawing a Pokemon of your streamer.
Or like a caption contest or an art contest, something like that.
Clips contests and things like that. Yeah. Lotteries get really interesting because lotteries, raffles follow under lotteries because there is a purchase that has to be made, like a pay to win type situation. And that makes things really weird because technically this is not just Twitch TOS. This is US federal law. When it comes to sweepstakes, you are not permitted to have a paywall for entry. There has to be no purchase necessary. So if you are going to have like a purchase in there as an entry, you have to provide a way to enter without purchase, which is really interesting. There's some weird gray area of whether or not you can allow subs to have extra luck in giveaways or having sub only giveaways, whether or not that's actually something you can do, because that's it's a form of gambling essentially according to the government, and that's crazy regulated. So if you want to have any kind of like pay to enter thing, talk to a lawyer.
Well, talk to a lawyer or save yourself the time and just don't do it.
True.
This is crazy things. If you need some attention to this or need help with this, we have some great people, like even our financial people can help with this too. On Your Brand, Your Business coming up next. They'll have some information. If you're working with a brand, hopefully their lawyer has taken care of all of the big issues for you, and they'll tell you exactly when you can say or how you should be saying things, where it needs to be put, all this stuff. If a brand is not providing you that information, ask for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should. Like, I work with a company called Influencer. They send me free products to test, like makeup, hair stuff, food, cat toys. And on that, there's always a little card that says like, here's exactly how you need to be, like the language you have to put for any of your tweets, your Instagram, anything. If you mention this anywhere, here's exactly what you need to say for it. And they do really ask for the like hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. And then they also want their other hashtags because that's what they want, but like follow the language they want. Because as Power Up Attorney says in chat, the liability falls with the streamer. Twitch TOS specifically states a lot of stuff about promotion. It's in their user agreement. You have to follow the appropriate laws. You and you alone are solely responsible for that said giveaway or promotion, not your mods even, you the streamer. So if your mods do it wrong, that falls on you. So mods, that's not a way to get out of this. That's a way to lose your modship.
Exactly.
You cannot state that this giveaway, promotion, anything is endorsed by or Twitch is participating in any way. Twitch will remove you from the platform if they find you're doing this. That's a quick way to get on. And you should actually, they prefer if you specifically state that that Twitch is not responsible for this and does not endorse or support this in any way, which Twitch does not support or endorse our Elgato giveaway in any way. But yeah, that stuff, I will provide the link for that. It's in Twitch currently, or it's in their terms of service. Read it, know it, love it. It's big things. I think it's, really, there's a lot of things I didn't know about this stuff, and I learned it a little bit through my experience as a blogger prior to like Twitch's explosion onto the scene, which a lot of the FTC guidelines that y'all have now as content providers for Twitch came because bloggers made mistakes first. So
Wow.
paving the way with their blood.
We appreciate your service to the cause. We're going to be wrapping up here in just a little bit, and we'll be. I know, right? We've had a good conversation. So make sure to get that entry in for the Elgato Stream Deck exclamation point stream. We'll be pulling that in just a moment. I did want to get to a question in chat before we wrap it up here. We had a question from Backward Bloom 80 who asks, "How do you deal with people who use multiple accounts to try to tilt the winning in their favor?"
Unfortunately, we can't, really determine if it's one user making multiple accounts to do that. So it's pretty much if someone wins, we have to, give them the prize because we don't know if that's actually what's happening or not.
There are a couple of workarounds. You're totally right. There's no way to tell, and there's no way to prove it. But some of the things that I've seen, some of the things that my mods have seen and drawn to my attention with their fastidiousness is seeing blocks of entries that happen all at once, which can make some sense, right? One person enters, everybody else goes like, oh, right, I need to enter. And so then they enter too. But blocks of entries that happen all at once when 4 out of the 5 accounts were created on the same day. That gives you, it's not guaranteed, definitely could just be a fluke, but it's a good indicator that those 4 accounts are being, what is one of the words? Skeezy.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
I was trying to find something. Nothing was coming up. I don't know.
That's okay. Congratulations to Shorinjin. Won the Elgato Stream Deck. So awesome. GG. We had another question from Bundy in chat who was asking, I don't know, Bundy, if you were asking about like physical gifts, why they're only in certain areas like North America or the EU. Bundy, if you can clarify that. But yeah, why is that the case for physical gifts?
Tax purposes, honestly. And the
and mailing.
Yeah, mailing, tax purposes, tariffs,
shipping costs.
Shipping.
Right, the shipping costs, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been times where a gift has been shipped and the runner would have to pay a fee in order for a customs fee to get their prize.
That's actually some of my horror stories. So the most I've ever paid for shipping was $250 for somebody who won a prize because of where they lived. And
what?
I've shipped out 2 things that I don't understand some of the other stuff that happened with it, but to 2 different people in EU, and they asked for insurance purposes the value of the item.
Yeah.
But the value of the item was at just above a mark where the recipient had to pay the customs fee, and they literally couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So they couldn't pick up the package. So then it got shipped back to me, and I didn't get reimbursed for the expenditure of that shipping. That was just gone. They didn't get it. My money's disappeared, and nobody's happy.
Good Lord.
And I will say too, in the United States, I know that if the value of the gift exceeds $600, you have to report that to the IRS as the person giving it away. And so stuff like that, like you kind of want to region lock because like taxes, dealing with other countries and whatnot, it can be a headache. I know our Elgato giveaway is region locked because of shipping issues. It's nice, like when you're working with big companies, they often have distribution warehouses in other countries. I learned a lot more about this past year because that's what my dad was hired to do for his company, was go over to England and set up a warehouse there. So that way when they send out their sound equipment, it's actually there and they're not mailing it across seas constantly. So I'm like, this is smart. Big companies can do this.
No, absolutely crazy. All right. Thank you all so much. This has been a great conversation talking about giveaways. See, last time I was on the show, we had to talk about that gamer girl fiasco. So it's good to be here for a light, fun conversation.
Yeah.
Like
which I think we should end this with. What is our favorite giveaway story? Do we have one?
Ooh.
Or a good giveaway? Like, what are some good giveaway stories that we can end the note on? Something happy.
Man.
Good giveaways for me are the people that, like, going back to the St. Jude month, we've had people give away games, give us games to give away during that because
Yeah.
you know they want to support us supporting the kids.
Yeah, which that's actually kind of mine too. For St. Jude last year, I did for Phelan's community when I was modding for her, allowed them to pick the color of my hair, and I dyed my hair based on that. Granted, we totally cheated and picked the color that I wanted, but you know, we got to do some fun stuff like that. But I also was able to, for one of our Pride Month giveaways on Frank's community before I was modding, I used to make jewelry, and so I was able to send out some jewelry to her, and getting the responses back from the community about what those pieces meant to them. Like, it just makes you feel good when you're able to provide something for another person and that touches their lives in some way. Like
Last year for Play Live, we had it where you donate a certain amount and spawn a wheel, and if it landed on it, a mod would have to eat a cricket. A cricket or a hot chip.
Cricket challenge.
The
I remember
crickets.
the cricket challenge.
That was. Hey, see, I didn't do that because I didn't get the crickets, but
some of the mods liked them.
yeah, some of the
Way
mods
too
actually
much.
liked them. I remember one mod had a chocolate covered scorpion that she ate because she ran out of. Was tired of the crickets.
Oh, no
It's
names
like-
mentioned.
Yeah, no
That's
names
the
mentioned.
replacement. All right.
So let's go ahead and wrap it up and let everybody know where you are. And stay tuned. Do not leave. If you're in chat right now, you're not allowed to leave because your brand, your business is coming
Just
up
letting you know.
next. Just letting you know, yeah. We're going to be talking about working with agencies. So please, please, please do not touch that dial or tab or whatever the kids are doing now. Your brand or business is up next. But first of all, HunterWild, thank you for joining us today. Where can the people find you, good sir?
It's my pleasure. It's been such a delight of a show. I want to have a round two because we only got through about like 1/18 of what I wanted to hit.
Oh, okay.
Because there's just so much nuance
Yeah.
to giveaways.
Round
we
2 in
covered
September.
a lot of fantastic stuff.
come
What's
back.
that?
Round
Okay,
2 in
perfect.
September. We're scheduling
All
it.
right. Yeah, you can find me on Twitch 2 places. One is right here, typically every Monday in this time slot, next to the incomparable, and she can't stop me now, the incomparable, brilliant, wonderful, beautiful, hilarious Loco.
Absolutely.
And on my own channel at twitch.tv/TheHunterWild.
Awesome.
And on Twitter it's got a TV at the end, the HunterWild TV.
Fantastic. ChefHazmat, where can the people find you and talk to you?
You can find me every morning in local stream, pretty much
Mhm.
modding, and on Twitter, same name, ChefHazmat.
Just being a rock star mod here. Also on Streamer Square, Chef.
That's true.
Also here on Streamer Square.
On Streamer Square. I lost count of how many channels I'm modding, so we'll just go with that.
Just assume all of them. Rainey, where can the people find you?
They can find me here at Streamer Square stuff. So I don't handle the Twitter, but I do read a lot of the messages. So if you tweet at us, I will probably see it. If you're in our Discord, I will see it. In our chats, I will see. I'm always watching that song. Someone's
She'll
watching.
see ya.
That's me. That was a little too creepy.
That's creepy.
Always.
Yeah.
I need an adult.
Always around.
I'm here with Streamer Square. I help run the communication and operations, COO type stuff. Which
She's our backbone and rock star.
I love this place. They can't get rid of me. I'm here in the mornings. I am typically over at McLaffy Taffy, doing Isaac, or I'm not doing Isaac. I don't understand Isaac. I'm there helping. And then in the middle of the day for part of the week, I am over at Frank the Pegasus. And eventually you'll see me on my channel like once every 3 months. So we're going to do some Horizon Zero Dawn, thanks to Hunter and all of his gameplay stuff. I'm picking this up, and we're doing an anthropological playthrough where we're discussing culture.
That's super cool.
That sounds amazing. You can find me at twitch.tv/AsToldByDylan. I stream Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern. I just finished playing the Avengers beta this weekend,
Did
which
you?
was...
I didn't know you liked the Avengers at
what?
all.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
that
don't-
was a mystery to me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. I play a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Spider-Man, all the nerdy things. So if you need a cool place to hang out first thing in the morning, I'm your guy. But thank you all for being here. It's been a fun stream. Appreciate it, you all. Do not leave. Your brand, your business is coming up next right here on Streamer Square. That's all we got. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful day. Your brand or business up next. Bye-bye.